Hello there guys! Today's video we are going to be making my version of a Rey figure. So there are lots of other figures of Rey all over the internet and YouTube and whatever, but this is just my version of it, so there might be parts of it or techniques that are similar to other Reys that you've seen, but I came up with this on my own, but just to be safe I'm not claiming original design credit for her at all. Anyway, so the things you'll need are your bands, your hook and loom. I'm using brown, white skin tone, and then one gray or silver band. And beads or wrapped bands for her eyes. I'm using my little mini pony beads again. And we'll get started. So the back of the head is done in 2 layers. So we'll start placing the first layer. So 2 bands brown from the diagonal, from the top to the side, and from the center to the side on this side, and then on the outsides we'll place just 2 bands from the first to the second pin, and then on the other side as well, first to second pin. For the center we have to attach one of her little hair bun things, and I've redone this video a lot so they're already put together, so I'll just pull them apart a sec for you. Alrighty, so to make one of the hair buns, we have 2 bands, and I'm going to wrap it around my hook 3 times. So there's a total of 6 loops, 2 for each. And then I'm taking a double looped brown, taking this cap band, pulling it onto that double looped band, reclaim the end of the double looped, and we'll pull through 2 bands. Don't reclaim the end of this one, place it from the first to the second pins in the middle. Like that. Okay, so we'll do this again, just slightly different though, so hold up. So we'll take our 2 bands and twist them around our hook 3 times. Take our double looped brown, pull our cap band onto double looped, reclaim the end, and this time we're just pulling a single band through. So pull a single band through and place it from the second to third pins in the center. Alrighty, one more just like the second one. 2 bands, twist them around 3 times, so there's 6 loops, double loop a single brown, twist it around twice, pull the cap band onto the double looped, reclaim the end, pull a single through, and place it from the 3rd to the 4th in the center. So twist these around so that the bump is facing downwards, and that's how we're making her little hairdo. Alright, so we'll fill in the rest of the head just using single bands. So from the 2nd to the 3rd on the side, straight down, and then from the 3rd on the side to the 4th in the middle. Repeat this on the other side, 2nd to 3rd, 3rd to 4th in the middle. For crossover bands, we'll do 2 crossover bands in the shape of triangles, single bands across all 3 second pins and all 3 third pins. We'll do a cap band on the 3rd center pin, and I'm just twisting it around 3 times so that there's 3 loops. And we can start looming. So we're only going to loom up the first section, and then we'll place the rest and then loom it up. Anyway, so just pay attention to what I'm doing and don't loom ahead. So we'll go in through our cap band, and we'll grab a single band that's on the top, loom it diagonally to the side that it's coming from. You should be able to tell when you pull it which side it kind of connects to, so fold it back over onto itself. Go in through the next pin and loom up the next single band, and then stop looming. Go back through your cap band, grab the next single band, and this one should be the diagonal as well, so loom it back to where it came from. Go in through the pin, grab your next single band, and loom it to the second pin and stop. Go in through your cap band again, grab the single band, it should be the one that's threaded through her hair piece. So loom it forward, go in through this pin, and loom this forward as well. Okay, so now push this down, and we'll start placing her face. So, switching to skin tone now, go from the second pin in the center to the third pin in the center, and then another stitch from the third pin to the fourth pin in the center. So now we're going to pull the cap band onto the bands we just placed. So come in from the front, grab the cap band, pull it down, and loom it forward onto those two skin tones so that it's attached. So her hair is now attached to the back of the head. Alrighty, for the rest of the head, we'll come from the second pin to the third on the side with 2 skin tone, and then from the third to the fourth here, so it's now looking more like our normal face shape. So on this other side, third to the fourth on the side, and then third to fourth in the center, second to third on the side, third to fourth in the center. Alright, so our 2 neck bands we'll just place from the 4th to the 5th in the center. So now what we are doing is you're going to need to make a single chain. So if you've loomed before, which I'm assuming you have at this point, you need 2 single chains, your cap band, which can just be twisted around once or twice, and then 10 single stitches. So grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so grab the 2 loops on the end of your chain and then pull through double bands like this. So you've got your 2 bands pulled through, 10 single chains, and then a cap band. So take the 2 ends of your double bands and place them diagonally for the shoulders. So coming from the bottom of the neck down to the side. Anyways, alright, so the next one, so make a single chain, cap band, and then 10 single chains. I'm not doing this on camera because it's basic stuff. Okay, so your 10 single chains, and then pull through 2 white bands. Place your 2 white bands from the bottom of the neck down to diagonal. Okay, so now from here we're just doing 5 rows white straight down on each 3 of the 3 columns. So starting from where we last placed here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times down. Alright, and then in the center, 5 times down again. This is like the 8th time I've tried recording this, and I keep getting interrupted. So if I keep getting mixed up, it's because I can't remember when I've said what, which take, if I've said it here already. Alright, so there's our 5 times in the center. It should be up 1 from the side. And then our opposite side, our left-hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so your body is just white bands all the way down 5 times. Should look like this. So you've got these chains hanging off the top. To close off the body, we'll take diagonal bands here and here. So taking 2 bands and closing off the bottom from the center out to the side, and then on the opposite side, like this. Okie dokie. To start the legs, we're just going down 3 times to the bottom of the loom with white bands. So 2 bands, placing them down each side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, perfect. So here's our basic layout done. We'll attach the feet. We'll make and attach the feet now. So we're using our brown for her shoes. So I'm taking a single brown band, wrap it around my hook so that there's 4 loops, and then pull through a pair of brown, reclaim the end, pull through another pair of brown, reclaim the end. So now we'll pull through skin tone to make her legs. So 2 bands skin tone, pull through your loops of brown, and then pull through 2 more skin tone. So it's 4 stitches long, 2 skin tone, 2 brown. Place all 4 loops on the bottom pin on either side. So this is where our first foot is going. Make another foot and leg. So if you need to rewind and go back, go ahead and do that. And make your second one. Same exact thing as the first one. And place it onto the opposite side, like that. Cool, so for her arms are the same thing on either side, just different colors. So I'll go through both arms. So for the first arm, it is starting out with a skin tone. Wrap it around so that there's 4 loops, and then it's double looped stitches. So take a white band and wrap it around your hook twice so that it's twisted around twice. Pull your cap band onto it, reclaim the end. So there's our first white one. We're going to do a total of 3 white. So here's our second white one and our third white one. Now we'll do 2 skin tone. So here's our first skin tone and our second skin tone. So after we do 3 white and 2 skin tone, we'll do 1 brown, so a double looped brown, and then a last double looped white, and then we'll pull through 2 more white bands, not double looped, just 2 white bands. So it should look like this. You have your cap band, 3 white, 2 skin tone, 1 brown, 1 double white, and then double white. Alright, so this we're placing onto our shoulder pin, so it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th pin from the top. Place all 4 loops around here. And this arm has to go on our left hand side, like this. And now the other arm is a little bit different. It's the same idea, just different colors. So take a skin tone, wrap it around your hook so you have 4 loops, and then you'll pull through a double looped brown. So after your skin tone, it's 1 brown, and then we'll do 2 white. So our first white, our second white, and now 4 skin tone. So after your 1 brown, 2 white, it's 4 skin tone. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Once you've done that, you can pull through 2 single white, or double white, not double looped, just 2 white bands. Okay, so your second arm looks like this. Cap band skin tone, brown, double looped white, 4 double loop skin tone, and then 2 bands white. Place this onto the 5th pin on the other side on our right hand side. Alright, for our crossover bands, we're just using single white. So our first one is single. Our second one is double looped white. So twist it around twice. So you can either do like I did, twist it around white and then pull it across. Or you can wrap it in like a cap band around one of the pins and then stretch it across to the other 2. So our first one is single, our second and third are double looped, and our 4th one is single, so not twisted around twice. Okay, so for the eyes, I have my little pony beads. If you're using pony beads, all you have to do is put a single skin tone and push it through both beads. Like that. take the ends and place them on the second pins on either side. Push your beads apart, grab one of the white or skin tone, and pull it around the third pin. If you're using wrapped bands, take a black band, wrap it around 4 times so that there's 4 loops. Take another black band and wrap it around so that there's 4 loops. Take your skin tone, pull your cap bands onto that single band, place it on the second pins, find the center between your 2 cap bands, wrapped bands, and pull it over the third pin like we did with the eyes. Okay, so now we can do some of the looming. So again, don't loom ahead because we're going to have to attach some things as we go. So now we'll start at the bottom of the foot, go in through these loops and grab those 2 white, loom them forward once, twice, and 3 times. Then the opposite side, once, twice, and 3 times. So now we'll come in, grab the top 2, and they should be the diagonal bands that go into the center. And then on the other side, and they should go into the center as well. So now you can actually loom the center column up to the neck. So go in through all of these, grab those bottom 2 white, loom forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times, and stop when you get to the neck. Okay, so it should look like this. I'll let you take a look for a minute. Alright, so now we're going to loom just the first. Okay, so come back to the bottom of the neck, or the bottom of the top of the leg where it connects here, and grab just these 2 white and loom them forward. And stop. And then on the other side, loom these 2 forward, and then stop. So now we're going to grab our single chain and we're going to attach it down to a pin. Okay. Okay, so now grab your chain, kind of pull it out to the top. And so we'll count the one that's wrapped around these bands as the first one. So this is our first one. You're going to count to the 5th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So put your hook through the 5th stitch of the chain and pull it down and place it around the pin that we've just loomed to. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th pin from the bottom, grab the 5th chain and place it on, like that. Okay, so this side we can finish looming up. So go in through all these, grab those bottom 2 bands, and loom forward, so it should make a nice teardrop like you're used to seeing, and then keep pushing back the crossover bands and loom this side forward. When you get to the arm, dig down, grab those last 2 and loom the diagonal bands back to the center. Alright, cool. There's that side done. Now this side is a little bit different. So around the 5th pin from the top, I'm going to take my single band, my single gray or silver, and wrap it around the pin 3 times. Like that. And then I'm also taking 3 brown bands and dropping them onto that pin as well. So those are going to make up her belt piece, but it has to be underneath. Anyways, it'll make sense once you see it, but just place them onto that 5th pin from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're going to attach the chain onto that pin as well. So the same thing we did on the other side. Count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th chain band from the shoulder. Place your hook through it. It doesn't really matter where or which direction, just put your hook through 2 of the loops and place it onto that pin as well. So now you're going to have to dig through all this mess and find those 2 white bands that we have to loom forward. Alright, so once you loom that one forward, just keep looming forward till we get to the neck. So just loom to the shoulder for now. So you've loomed onto the arm. Before you loom this diagonal one, grab the chain that attached the opposite way, and to keep it from getting stuck underneath everything, pull it around to the right hand side of the project somewhere. Now you can find those two, oops, that's not the right one, those two diagonal bands, and they might be pulled in an awkward direction. Just find those two and loom them to the center. Alright, so you can pull that back into the middle. Alright, now loom your neck. So go in through all of these and loom those two skin tone bands forward like this. And now you can loom up her face. So come in through the neck, grab those top two skin tone that should go diagonally to one side or the other. And then, so we're not going to touch any of the brown bands when we loom this one. So go in through the 4 top skin tone and grab those bottom 2 skin tone without touching the brown and loom them forward. So now here we'll just push back the crossover band and grab those 2 brown. It should feel normal, like normal looming, and then loom this diagonal one to the center. We'll repeat on the other side, so go in through here and grab those 2 diagonal, loom these ones to the side, and then here grab those 2 skin tone, loom them forward. Here push the crossover bands back, which I accidentally grabbed one of them, and grab those bottom 2 brown, loom them forward, and loom the diagonal normally like this. And then the center, you'll grab those 2 skin tone that go forward. They'll have this band wrapped around them, but just ignore that. Go in through here, make sure you're only grabbing the skin tone, loom them forward, and here grab your last 2 brown and loom them forward. Alright, so at this point I like to double check, make sure I see nice teardrops all the way down. Everything's loomed up properly, and then you can tie her off. I just use a single band, go through all these loops, grab the end. Alright, I didn't go over that very well, but it's fine. So now you can carefully pull her off, and we'll have one more thing to add once we do, and a few things to take care of. Okay. Okay, I pulled her off video just because it was easier, so kind of give her a little bit of a straighten out and a tug. Okay, so we'll have to take care of these loopy bands and stuff. So I actually put them on the bottom, and they should have been on top, but it's okay. So take where the chain is attached to her body, open it up a little bit, and push the silver band and the brown bands above it so they sit on top of where this chain is attached now. So now take one of the brown bands and pull it down and around her legs like this. So it makes up a belt that sits underneath the chain on the left side, on our left side. And then the other 2 we'll take and stretch over her legs and both of the chains. So they sit above this chain, like this. So you have 2 that sit above the chain and 1 that sits underneath. So you might have to kind of straighten them out, run your fingers through them again to make sure they sit right until you're happy with it. Okay, I'll mess around with it a little bit later. Okay, so now come to make her little side piece. We'll put our hook underneath the single band that sits underneath the chain. And we'll pull a single brown band through underneath it and reclaim the end. So like this. And we'll pull through another single band like that, and then a double looped brown. pull it through, reclaim the ends. So there's 4 loops on your hook. We'll slip knot them. So take the 2 loops on the top and pull them down through the 2 loops on the bottom and give them a bit of a tug. So now you've got these 2 loops on the bottom. Stretch them out and put her leg through them. And so it sits something like that around her leg. Okay. So there you have it, your own little Rey figure. I hope you enjoyed making her. Please check out my Instagram to see other things that I've made. And send me a picture of your figures when they're done. I love to see them. DM them to me on Instagram, or maybe I'll even start putting my email address below so you can send me pictures. Anyways, have a great rest of your day, guys. I hope you enjoyed making her, and bye-bye.